This is the bike I got for free. It came with the place. I dug it out from a carport around back. Today we're going to spend a little bit of time with this bike, see what it is, and see if we can get it to fire up and run. Then we can figure out what to do with it after that, but let's start there. I know there is a ton more stuff that I should be doing with the shop here, but quite honestly, between doing like the shop setup, moving stuff around the farm, taking care of the animals, doing renovations in the house, I'm a little burnt out from doing that kind of stuff. I feel like I've found enough tools and the light is adequate enough for now that I just really want to get my hands on something. So I picked something here today that I thought maybe I could start and finish in a single video. And that is this Midwest dirt bike that came with the property. It is a barn find bike. I haven't spent any time checking it out. I don't know the displacement of the engine. I don't know if it runs or not. Today I want to figure that all out. I kind of gave the bike like a once over and kind of decided, well, I don't really want it, but maybe somebody else does. So I thought maybe we could do like a trade up thing with this bike. So I put it on the marketplace. I had it on the marketplace for maybe 3 weeks or something like that. I didn't get any real offers. It's not a real hot item. The deals on the bike were ridiculous, so I thought maybe if we brought it into the shop, we could sweeten it up a little bit, learn a little bit about the bike, because when I posted it, I posted it with like, I don't know any information. I'm just trying to move it. But I figure if we know a little bit more about the bike, then maybe we can up the value a little bit, because everything I was getting for trade offers was very much a trade down. I thought maybe it'd be like a fun idea. We could do like a trade up bike for the channel, maybe move into a sled, maybe move into something else. I know other YouTubers have done it. It can be done. I'm not typically like great at this kind of thing though, but hey, we got to start somewhere. So let's check this thing out and see what we can learn about it today. At the end of this video, whether it starts, runs, doesn't, it's going back on the marketplace, and I'll try a little harder. Let's check this thing out because I need a break from setting up the shop, setting up the house, and get my hands back on something mechanical for a while. So this is the 2008, or as far as what I can tell, 2008 Midwest. It might be a 250. Usually, I don't know about on these Chinese motors, but on everything else, there's usually a stamp on the engine somewhere that tells you the displacement. It's a pretty decent block size, but I'm not seeing a stamp anywhere that tells me the displacement. Wait a minute, what is that? Well, maybe that'll be helpful later. So I did a little Google there on the part number, and that is a 250. So it's a 250, which is kind of cool if it runs. So the part number down there corresponds to this Chinese engine, and then they look like they use this engine in a bunch of dirt bikes or whatever. So whatever company just changes their nameplate here, and they just put their own branding on it. So we got a 2008 Midwest 250 dirt bike, and it also looks like you can get a bunch of parts for it. But I don't want to spend a lot of money. A couple of red flags here, like the punched out ignition for one. I should maybe check if it's stolen. I ran the VIN, it's not stolen. These are probably going to be the ignition wires. And I'm going to say that we're not going to be the first one screwing around in here doing that. Missing a whole bunch of stuff on the front here. Missing all the plastic, all the fairing, all the shock boots are torn. Missing the exhaust shielding. Missing some of the strapping. Throttle cable seized. Choke cable also seized. Wiring looks mostly intact here. Put that back on there like that. We got a crack in the intake boot here, which could mean catastrophe. We've got no oil in the crankcase, I don't think. Maybe maybe there's a little bit on the bottom there. Missing motor mounts. There and there. That's a nice, fun, big red flag. Like they were gonna take the motor out? I'm not sure. Brakes feel like they might actually work. Airbox to open up from a machine that's been sitting around the farm for who knows how many years. Can't wait to see what's in there. The exhaust looks all right. We got part of the taillight assembly. The seat has seen better days. I wonder what that's for. Solenoid switch control is right here, so it's not that. chain is going to be on its last legs here. Feels like we got gears. That's good. Well, I'm not really seeing any oil in it, which is not great. So I'm going to grab some oil and start there. I'm just grabbing the first stuff I find. This is good enough. Yeah, I don't know if this engine would have went out for no oil. I think there's probably enough in there. Probably would have been fine. And we are going to take this thing. We're going to roll it over by jumping the starter. Anywhere. Doesn't sound horrible. So it does roll over. It doesn't sound too bad. We can, I think I found my compression testing stuff. We'll have to pop off the carb because the throttle cable is jammed, and when we're doing our compression test, we got to do compression with a fully open throttle. So I'll pop off that carb so we get full airflow, and then I think I found the compression tester. We'll pop that on. We'll see what the engine's like. I have a feeling that this engine is going to be no good. Vacuum slide carb feels pretty good. Throttle isn't stuck. Cable sure is. Intake boots are cracked, but now we can do a proper compression test and pretend that we have a wide open throttle. Let me just get rid of some of this stuff. I haven't even had the spark plug off yet. Old, but not bad. I've got my compression tester right here. Here's where the worry begins. I want that thing to come up to at least 100. What's it say? Came up to just a hair over 100, like 101. Should be enough to run. I thought the compression wasn't going to be any good there. So we need 3 things to make a motor run. We need compression, we need fuel, and we need spark. And fuel we can fake, but spark we can't. So the compression there might be a little low, but there should be enough pounds in there that this thing should run. If we can get it actually to run and fire once that engine comes up to temperature. I'd like to throw on the compression tester on that one more time because we might have actually a good 250 engine here. I'm gonna have to start crossing wires, starting with this one probably, and then I'll pop the spark plug back on the cap here and we'll see if we can get spark. And hopefully there isn't like some sort of like other problem along the way, like we need a new coil or problem with the CDI or anything like that. Because if we can't get spark, this isn't gonna work. Hey, just because I open up the shop door doesn't mean you guys can all come in here. Go, get out of here, chickens. Go, that doesn't mean everybody come in. It's time for me to take out the multimeter here. I'm gonna get into these wires. Give me a minute, it's wiring, man. Maybe it might start. Oh yeah, there's a problem for sure. Not going anywhere without one of these. Oh yes! Oh man, that is satisfying. Well, it's turning over a little slow, but I managed to figure out which wires need to be hooked together to get this thing to turn at least. So we got to figure it now is if that stator is making spark or not here. I wasn't paying attention. Ignition coil testing. So that looks good. Well, this battery that I have it all hooked up to is a little weak, but I went through all the connectors. I disassembled them and then cleaned them out a little bit. I tested the ignition coil on the other side there, and everything turned out. Plugged everything back in, put it on this battery. This battery's a little weak, but I turned it over again and I could just hear that little tiny crackle. That'll get a whole bunch stronger once I hook it up to a better source of battery power. That battery's kind of weak. So we got everything we need now for a running motor. We know we have compression. We know we have spark. The ignition system's good to go. One thing we're missing to get running, and that's fuel. So I'm gonna pop some fuel into the combustion chamber here, and we'll see if we can even get it to make like a little bit of smoke. Let's take the jets out of this thing. It's right here. If I get this carb looked at now, I want to come back for it later. That's the piece right there. How many projects in the shop have we had that would not run because of this tiny little part? Alright, that's good enough. We're not going to spend the day doing a carb clean video again. Oh, that is sticky. Look at that. I guess that's going to come out too. Okay, so we're still hooked up to this deep cycle battery here, and it's a little weak, so you can hear that starter going over a little slow. I went through all of the wiring, connected some stuff that was supposed to be connected, bypassed some other stuff that was supposed to be also connected, back together-ish again. Just got a little fuel here. We're gonna do it the old-fashioned way. We're gonna fire some fuel directly into the combustion chamber. We're gonna fire in this spark plug, which I'm pretty sure is still good. And we're gonna see if we can make a little smoke with this thing. Okay, I was getting spark for a sec there. The bike fired, and then I lost everything again. So I've been spending the last little while just going through all the electrical, testing out everything, but I think I know what the problem is. So the mag sits in here under this cover, and if we look kinda in here, have a look-see in there. Oh man, it's really hard to see with this cover on. This might have been a whole bunch of work for nothing. Oh, look at that. That just disintegrated. Okay, I didn't see what I thought I saw from the outside. I thought maybe what happened was that the chain broke and then it all piled up in here and then it punched a hole right through this cover, and then that's what was screwing up our mag. But I don't think there's actually anything wrong with the mag. Okay, so it needs a CDI. Whole lot of work for nothing today, kinda. I know a lot of people, especially on the YouTube shorts, the TikToks, stuff like that, a lot of people were asking about this bike. So that's the story on it. Now we know. I have done everything on this thing. I have screwed with all the wiring, tested every single electrical component in regards to starting. I have bypassed every single switch that this thing has on it. The coil is good. All this is good. The mag is good. As far as I can tell, all the wiring is good too. Here, I believe to be the culprit. The CDI. Capacitor discharge ignition. They will do that. You notice that we had it like running there for a second and then it just ended up quitting on us and not coming back. I'm pretty sure that this thing is going to be a CDI though. CDIs will do weird things. The Superjet behind me there, that one did a weird thing. That one was a CDI. I was out on the lake not long after buying it, just putting maybe a few minutes into it, and that one left me on the lake, and it was a CDI. We have 100% done CDIs on this channel here before. When the CDI on this thing went, and if I remember right, it's located back on there, I had to swim this whole thing back. There's no real diagnosis for a CDI. It's basically just process of elimination. And we've done them here before. When everything checks out, that's pretty much what you're stuck with. I don't have one of those here, and I don't think I'm going to put one on order anyway. We found out that the engine should be good at least, but I don't think I'm going to order a CDI for it. There's tons of guys who work on these things, and I guess we'll try to get rid of it. I don't really know what to do with it. I don't have a plan. Since it came with the house, I kind of just wanted to dig that thing out and see what the deal was with it. I don't know. I'm probably going to stick that thing up on the marketplace anyway. Needs CDI, needs some love. I don't know about a trade-up program. It's like, that's starting like from less than zero, it seems like to me. Well, we came close here on that thing today. We didn't make it run, but I wanted to get that thing out of my hair, so at least when somebody asks about it, I have an answer. I think we're just going to stick that thing up on the marketplace there, see what happens. I don't know what I'm doing. I've never done anything like this before. It has compression, and with a new CDI, you plug that in, it should run. I'm going to have to get back to the shop setup and stuff here next video. I just wanted to take a break from that and do a little bit of what I'm good at. So lots of stuff to do out here still. I just wanted to change it up a little bit for the day. Thanks everybody for watching today's video. I know it was a little bit of a sidetrack video, but it's nice to get it done. There's going to be way more stuff like that after I get the shop figured out, after I get it set up a little more. We're going to be doing all sorts of stuff like that, except on cooler units. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you in the next video where there is almost certainly going to be snow out here. And we'll set up more of the backcountry shop so we can get into more of those builds full time. That's all the time I got left for today. We'll see you in the next video, everybody. I actually had Spark come back for a little while I was working on it, and then it just disappeared again.